The artist is NF. The album is Hope. NF the rapper. It's been a bit since I checked out NF, but when I did check out NF, I really enjoyed myself. I really had a great experience with it, man. I can't say enough great things about what I got to check out from NF. One of the few rappers that I have gotten to check out on the channel that I've put the time into and really enjoyed it, being able to break down some of those bars. And you know, every time I've listened to NF, I felt like I was listening to this very real person, this real vulnerable, not even just rapper, just straight up human being, vulnerable, real. Felt like everything that was being said came straight from the heart. It makes me really excited to get back into what is nearly 4 years after The Search, which would be his last full-length album that was dropped. The rapper returns with his 5th album. That's what the description says on the Apple Music page. I love this album cover. Is he just on like a raft in the middle of the ocean holding a map, it looks like, maybe, where he's just trying to find himself, potentially, in the middle of the ocean, you know? So there's like maneuvering your way through a treacherous, dangerous situation. At the same time, probably represents life in some way. This is NF. I know there's gonna be double meaning and layered meaning and things, and just everything's gonna be real deep. Probably like that sea that he's rafting on in this photo here. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into this thing. Let's get into these bars. I have lyrics for a couple of the tracks that I will probably single, since they do have lyrics, and that would be the first track on the album, which is called Hope, the title track for the album.
Hope, yeah, I'm on my way, I'm coming. Don't lose faith in me. So you've been waiting.
Man, that music is horrifying, like spine chilling.
I know you've been praying for my soul.
Also, NF is doing that thing where he like kind of half sings, half raps, and I really enjoy his voice as well. I think it sits really nicely, and when he's doing this specifically, there's a lot of soul in that vocal.
30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant. 30 years you've been claiming you're honest and promising progress. Well, where is it at? I don't want you to feel like a failure.
Is this gonna be a conversation with Hope? I fucking love songs like that. I love like there's a song I love called Dear Patience, where the artist is having a conversation with Patience. Those kinds of self-conversational works are some of my favorite songs that ever get made, when they can get made, because they're also like the hardest songs to write, to make sense of in a song. And if he's gonna do that, I'm gonna lose my shit. 30 years, so I'm guessing NF is around the age 30, probably a little bit past that, if you know, because if he's exactly 30, then he would recall having Hope at the age of 0. So he's probably like a little over 30, I'm guessing, and or 30. And for 30 years, Hope has been dragging its feet, telling him, "I'm the reason we're stagnant." Like you're like, hey, NF, you're the reason we're stagnant. Like, why aren't you believing in me? Hope, why aren't you having more of me? 30 years you've been claiming you're honest. Hope has been claiming it's honest. And what that tells me is that NF thinks that Hope is a liar. Because if he's calling it a claim, he's pretty much telling Hope to its face that hasn't been real. I've looked at you my whole life for 30 years, and I've seen plenty of lies from you. And that's such a dark place to come from, man. I know that's the NF thing already. Promising progress. Well, where's it at? Where's the progress? All this hope, 30 fucking years. Where's the progress? I'm not NF. I'm gonna curse. I know NF doesn't. That's just who I am. I don't want you to feel like a failure. So is he trying to like talk Hope down now? Are they trying to like get on the same page here? I'm so excited that this song is one of those kind of songs. They're really hard to write.
I know this hurts, but I gave you your chance to deliver. Now it's my turn. Don't get me wrong. Nature had a great run, but it's time to.
He's Nate, right?
Give the people something different. Like to introduce my album. My album. Hey, my album. Hope.
This is crazy. Okay, my album. He's like fight back and forth. One of them is him and one of them is Hope, and they're both fighting over whose album it is. Who made the album? Was it Hope? Was it NF? Was it his Hope? Was it him? This is gonna be like a Jekyll and Hyde-ish type thing. It's gonna totally mess me up.
It's my definition of success. Listening to what your heart says. Standing up for what you know is right while everybody else is. Tucking their toe between their legs.
Yeah.
Being brave enough to dream big.
We're beyond hope now. We're so beyond hope. He's naming so many other things that define success for him.
That'll take a chance on something they were told could never happen. It's a person that can see the bright side through the dark times when there ain't one. It's when someone who ain't never had nothing ain't afraid to walk away from more profit because they rather do something that they really love and take the pay cut.
Yeah, that's right.
That would never waver or change who they are just to try and gain some credibility so they can feel accepted by a stranger.
Man, he's just straightforward. He's straightforward with all these bars here. Everything he said is so incredibly. He said a lot already. Someone that stands up for what they know is right. They doesn't put their tail between their legs. They don't shy away from what the right thing is in their eyes ever, no matter what. Even at the cost, as he gets at later, even at the cost of money, right? He could just be like phoning it in for something that could equal more financial gain for him. But no, it's all about what's right. It's about what feels right. It's about doing things that people haven't done before. This is the stuff that really matters for him. Being resilient, giving more when you have nothing left, grinding when people are telling you just to quit. Like no. It's all these things he's naming here.
Person that can take the failures in their life and turn them into motivation. It's believing in yourself when no one else does. It's amazing what a little bit of faith can do. If you don't even believe in you, why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to fill a void pretending I was in them? They get it.
Waste of time.
Necessary evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree, but on the other hand it was.
Oh my God, every other syllable's like in between the beat. Literally, it's nasty. We reached the point now where I can't even keep up with him here.
Years of my life trying to fill a void pretending I was in them. They get it. Pains are necessary, evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing.
Not for me.
I agree, but on the other hand, it was the push I needed to get help and start
both of those things.
To see if I didn't ever hit my bottom, would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so. I'm a
man, embracing that rock bottom.
Would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so. I'm a perfect example of what happens when you choose to not accept defeat and face your demons. Took me 30 years to realize that if you want to get the opportunity to be the greatest version of yourself, sometimes you gotta be someone you're not to hear the voice of reason. Having kids will make you.
Man, that is really poignant. Like, that's an incredible point. And it took me so long to realize that if I want to be the greatest version, I'm sure the NF has felt like he's been great at this thing or just great at what he's strived to be at in life for so long. But there's still something bigger to go for. He mentions that in the lyrics too here. It's some striving for something bigger than yourself, striving to do something that no one's ever done before. And if you're going to do that, if you're going to be greater, the greatest version of yourself, you have to be something you're not. You really think about that? That fucking is a lot to think about. Because what are you now? Okay, are you as great as you can be? No? Okay, then that means you have to be something you're not. And that's so much to think about right there, man, all on its own. Sometimes you got to be someone you're not. To hear the voice of reason, having kids will make you really take a step back. Okay, so he had kids too. There's a lot of maturing in this song as well.
Really take a step back and look in the mirror, at least for me, that's what it did. I wake up every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Standing by the window, questioning if that is ever going to show up. Isn't something he's gonna have to worry about. Don't get it twisted, that was in the shop. Mama, I forgive you, I just don't want him to grow up thinking that he'll never be enough. 30 years of running, 30 years of searching, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of hollow, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of hate, 30 years of baggage, 30 years of sadness, 30 years of stagnant, 30 years of change, 30 years of patience, 30 years of suffering, 30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never revolve. I know I can.
Following the 30 years just complete spinach that he just did with pushing everyone was perfect, because all these feelings that he names would lead to pushing everyone away. And he named every emotion in the book here. Every emotion in the book that would wrap itself in darkness. Speaking of darkness being one of those emotions.
30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never revolve. I know I can change. We are not enough. We are not the same. You don't have the heart. You don't have the strength. You don't have the will. You don't have the faith. You'll never be loved. You'll never be safe. Might as well give up. Not running away. You don't have the guts.
You hear that? You hear the way that his voice is like kind of filtered. There's an effect on his vocal we're doing that Jekyll and Hyde. He's kind of like another version of himself that is speaking to him, whether it's hope, whether it's like some darkness. I think it's the voice also. It's the same effect on the vocal in the beginning that was saying my album, hope, and then NF is like, no, my album. No, it's like, no, my album. So he's battling like another version of himself that is coming at him here saying, you'll never evolve. And then NF is like, no, I know I can change. We are not enough. We are not the same. That person saying we are not enough? No, we are not the same. You can say we're not enough. We're not the same. I'm not the same as you, so I am enough. You don't have the heart. You don't have the strength. You don't have the will. You don't have the faith. Oh, man, you don't. He's telling this other version you don't have the faith because they're saying you don't have the will. You'll never be loved. You'll never be safe. Might as well give up. NF, not running away. This is crazy. Okay, that's crazy because that's a full-length song. I mean, it's over 4 minutes, so it's a song, but it works as an intro so well. You don't really usually get intros that are 4+ minutes and work as full-length songs. Usually an intro is like a few seconds, a minute and a half at the most. That is both. It's a song and an intro, and it sets the bar for the album. I feel like as well as you could have said it. Now the second song, we got Motto up here, so let's give Motto a listen and see what he's got following Hope, because he's hyped me the fuck up for this thing.
I could write a record full of radio songs, do a bunch of features that my label would love, do a bunch of features that I don't even like, just to build up the hype.
Okay, he literally just said this he said this in less words, and now he's elaborating on it. He said basically like selling my soul. I could do that. I could do whatever for money. But being great, being the greatest version of yourself, that's not what it takes. It takes doing things that are anti that. Like you could be getting that, but instead I'm gonna do what I feel like is right. What really drives me, and that's what he's saying here. He's also saying that he could do it. He could write those radio songs. He could get those features that the label would be all for, and they would get the streams and all the attention. And he wouldn't like the features either. Like, it'd just be a bunch of, and I saw his features, man. He's got Corday, who I know is like a real rapper, and he's got Julia Michaels, which is such an interesting collaboration. Julia Michaels has, if you don't know, Julia Michaels is one of the best songwriters alive. So this is not just some random pop like collaboration. Julia Michaels really has serious pen, so I feel like it just makes so much sense that she's collabing with NF. I can't wait to get to that track when we do. But yeah, he's saying so much here already.
Yeah. I could sell my house and move out to LA, get inside of rooms with the biggest of names, hire 50 people just to give me advice on the way I should write. Oh God, yeah. Sounds like a nightmare if you ask me. Yeah. Went from my bedroom to the big leagues. You know how many times that I was told things wouldn't work but worked out. Having cold feet didn't keep me from success but delayed it some. I used to be the guy who killed to get it number one. I had to hear that song's a hit before I thought it was. But nowadays I don't really give a.
It's not about that.
Might catch me at the award show, eating popcorn in the back row, catching Z's with my hat low. No nominations, but it's cool though. Oh God,
it's cool though. I don't care about nominations. If I'm at the award show, I'm in the back. I got my hat down. Like, you don't even know I'm there. And if before the song was even done, before it went out, I had to hear like, oh, that's a hit. But now it's not about that anymore. It's not about any of that anymore. The intro is so much about growing up and maturing, I felt like, and having a kid in your 30s now, all these things. And I feel like a lot of this is that same mentality. It's just so much about maturing and having a new perspective.
You might see me in the same clothes I had on last week. Am I ashamed? No. How are you unemployed? Telling me to get a life. You should look at yours.
Some keyboard warriors, man. Keyboard warriors gotta just chill. What are you come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are you so brave? Why are you so brave? How you get so brave? Coming at someone like NF.
Yup, congratulations, you can raise your voice. Hope you break both of your legs falling off your horse.
You're high horse. Yeah.
This is the industry where it ain't how big you are, it's how big you seem. Where people sacrifice the art trying to chase a dream, and they wonder why their music's lacking creativity. Would've gave anything to be respected by the artists out was listening too, but not no more. Them days of history. Skip the red carpet, you looking for me? Oh God!
Yeah, none of that red. The red carpet symbolizes. I love that he brings it back to that, because that red. He didn't even mention the red carpet before. He just talked about the award shows and sitting in the back row. So to specifically bring the red carpet up now, which he didn't specifically mention before, is such smart songwriting, because it plays off of that, and it completely encompasses all of those things. The red carpet is the award shows. It is getting the awards. It is the hits. It is sacrificing your art to chase a dream, and because having no creativity in your songs because you're just trying to, like, you know, make the next fucking whatever, like, really catchy, like taking a sample of a huge hit song from the 90s and just trying to, like, you know, make a new hit with that, which I feel like so many pop stars are doing nowadays.
The award show, eating popcorn in the back row. You might see me in the same clothes
So
I had on last week in my shame note. I'm the boss, so what? I do what I want.
he's not worried about nothing.
You got the trophy, that's great.
He doesn't care.
I'm happy for you, no hate. Still got a smile on my face.
I'm good. I'm doing what I love. So what this tells me is that I feel like we're gonna get to by the end of this, because this is clearly telling me that this feels like this is gonna be somebody who is so comfortable with where they are at, and I say comfortable in the best way, not comfortable like stagnant. Just like you can't tell them anything, you can't tell NF anything that like is gonna rock him in any sort of way. He feels so good about who he is as a person, and that comes with that maturity, that comes with being a father, and like having your priorities just so realigned, and you know, being able to look at your career and yourself in a vacuum in such a new perspective, with this new maturity that you have. And I feel like that's all over that song. Like, I'm gonna be wearing the same clothes. I don't care what you think about that. I just don't. And you hear that too in the spirit of the way he's delivering the lyrics too, the specific vocal on it. It's just like, that's my motto. Like, oh well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now, it definitely ain't broke. So yeah, I dug those a lot, man. And now we're getting into the part of the album where I don't have lyrics, so bear with me on these, because the album just came out and listening to it as it's just coming out, because I wanted to get right on this one, because I know a lot of people were waiting for NF reactions from me, and you know, I'm sorry that I didn't get right on them. Just get caught up with so many other things, and then especially when it's like a rap album. You know, I'm just really committed to getting into the bars and understanding what the artist and the rapper is really talking about, and those ones just need some extra time set aside. But I'm so happy to be here for this NF project on time as it's coming out, and I'm already feeling like, because I'm NF's, from what NF is saying, I'm NF's age, and I understand all that, man. I understand just that feeling of you just can't really be worried about nobody else. You just can't, and you gotta do things for yourself in the way you think is right, and it's just not about like doing things for other people in a way that just isn't self-fulfilling or satisfying. I feel that so much. Let's get into track 3, Careful. It's NF and it's Core Day.
And on me, you get exposed. I don't wanna pick, then I bite bold. Doesn't go plat, it'll go gold. Keep it up front, now tiptoe. I be at the house trying to lay low. Ducking and dodging a promo. Sit on my roof like J. Cole. Yeah, sit on my roof like J. Cole.
That's the Forest Hills. The Forest Hills reference is also pretty much saying he's content with whatever. Like, he's good. He's good on all the bullshit, all the extra stuff. He's good on that.
Thankful. Some part songs I'll make those.
Oh my gosh.
Look at my life, I'm grateful. Hating on me, that's hateful.
This beat is disgusting.
Talking about risk, I take those. Millionaire still ride with the Draco. Court side of the game, Triple got my name on it. That's how a typical day goes. I just left Nigeria. Hey, we come from the bottom, we still at the bottom. I get how to really distress. Hey, I don't think y'all get the message. This world is built off misconceptions. Talking about greed, talk about envy, talk about money, then we talking about plenty.
This beat is crazy.
Keep it up front, now tiptoe. I be at the house trying to lay low. Ducking and dodging a promo. Sit on my roof like J. Cole. Yeah, sit on my roof like J. Cole. Thinking about how I'm so thankful. Subpar songs, I'll make those.
It's a lot to ask for, but subpar songs, I will make those. That was slick. I just caught that last bar, but it would be crazy if he had J. Cole on this track because of that reference that he's got in the song, especially. But the song's already, like, the beat is already crazy, so we're good. We're good with what we got.
Look at that car I paid for. Called him my dad and I told him I got you. You wanna retire, then do it, you're good. Called him my grandma and told her it's time to move out of that basement. Let's get you a crib.
Yeah.
Called him my manager, told him get ready, it's about to get busy. This record is.
We get this money back.
And I asked him, you watching my back? He ain't say nothing back, but I heard what he said. When you see how I'm living, the answer is obvious, ain't it? When you go from poverty stricken and stressing about buying the groceries to not even having to look at the total, you know you've been blessed. Yeah. Sharing the wealth ain't no point in me keeping this all to myself. I ain't.
You see what he's talking about too? He's talking about like paying his car off. He's talking about taking care of his debt, putting his dad in retirement, retiring his dad. He doesn't work anymore. He's talking about moving his grandma into a better situation. He's talking about what did you just say right here? What did you just say right here?
Not even having to look at the total.
He's talking about being able to pay for groceries. Like what he's talking about is a lot of stuff that like you only have real you're only actually grateful for when you really come from poverty, like he mentioned. Because a lot of these songs, it's like all about the Bugatti and like the chains and whatever and the bitches and all this stuff and the money that's going towards all that. For him, he's talking about some really like obtainable stuff that when you work really hard you can get. But it's so significant because of where he specifically comes from. He's so proud of that. And he's like, hey, this album's ready. Talk to my manager. We're ready to do this again. So I can keep the checks coming in. I can keep taking care of my family, keep paying for these groceries, take care of this little one I got now.
Even blessed, sharing the wealth ain't no point in me keeping this all to myself. I ain't taking this money with me to my grave. Yeah, I might as well bless all the people I love. We
that's right.
Some part songs I'll make those. Look at that car I paid for. Look at my life, I'm grateful. Hating on me, that's hateful. You know I hit what I aim for.
Just sickening beat. Yeah, that beat is crazy. I'll be honest, Corday's part was alright. It was alright. He had a couple little bars in there. But really for me that's enough. Obviously he had a vision. He had a vision with the song and the beat, and he carried the whole thing on his back for me. But it's a banger just for the beat and what NF is talking about. All right, Mama is track 4. We're getting emotional. We're getting sentimental. Let's go. I like these beats, man. These beats are serious business. Who produced that? Careful.
Yeah. You ever make it up to the gate? And if you did, I wonder, is it a beautiful place? Did he put his arms around you, make you feel like you're safe? Did he grab you by the hand and say that things are okay? I gotta know, mama. Did he show you some grace, give you a pass and tell you he would carry the weight? Do you smile more? Wonder what it's like when you pray. Is he standing in front of you so you can look at his face when you talk to him? Does he talk back? You ever have conversations about what you regret? Or did it all go away once you got there? Does each breath take you closer to God? Would you say that you cry less? Do you feel at peace yet? Do you laugh more? You feel like heaven is everything you could ask for. I ever make it up there when I see you, I hope you're smiling cause you deserve it. Pray to God that you found joy and always know that.
Okay, oh my God, this is... So he lost his mom, and I don't think he could have put words together more beautifully and thoughtfully than what he just did there. I mean, what a beautiful dedication and conversation he's having with his mom here. It almost feels like I shouldn't even be a part of it, you know? It feels like this is just for the two of them, and we're lucky enough to be a part of it and get to listen in on this.
You don't gotta cry, you don't gotta cry no more.
Wow.
I hope you're up there looking down on us with a smile on your face.
And I'll be up there soon enough.
You don't gotta cry, you don't gotta cry no more. I hope you're up there with God, feeling loved and set free from your pain. I look at the situation you had, might have made a mistake of leaving, but it's making me sad thinking of you. How you grew up trying to cope with your past. Were you like me in your relationships and pushed away dad? I gotta know, mama. Did you think you were trash, something disposable that nobody could love or be glad to say they was with you? The issue is the issue I have. That's why it hurt me when Brittany gave me those letters you sent. I barely read any of them, knowing I'd let them go to my head.
Oh my God.
To me, especially when I feel I related. Might not be around for my babies, but know when I say that I love you, that I mean it, okay? Cause nobody nobody's perfect. Yeah, I guess we all fall short. And I can't hold this unforgiveness in my heart no more. So just know you're lovable to me, and of course you'll always be home to us. So save a table for four. And
you know what this reminds me so much of the Eminem song Headlights. It's a full-on apology to his mom. It's got that level of emotion in it. That Eminem Headlights song is so much emotion, especially with the backstory. There's so much NF I haven't heard, but I'm guessing that there's a lot of like pain and backstory with the relationship between him and his mom. He talks about, I can't hold on to this unforgiveness anymore. There's like pieces of her that he was almost scared of becoming, and he addresses it here, but still comes full circle to come back with a really thoughtful, very sweet, again, tribute to his mother by the end of it. And that's why, again, it reminds me of Headlights, because it's a lot of the same stuff in that Eminem song where he still brings up some of the bad things, but wraps it all up by the end of the verses about where he wants to focus on all the good stuff and how his mom really, he's just grateful that she even existed, and this is giving me that. But like, I don't know, NF has got such a lovely way with words, and I had to say the least. Obviously, again, this just feels like it's something. This is so personal, man. This guy is so personal. I'm grateful to have artists that share stuff like this with audiences.
That grown now took me a while to see the bigger picture. Cause if you were here today and I was talking with you, there'd be a lot of tears of joy falling on my sweatshirt, probably followed by some apologies and mom, I missed you.
Yeah. He's doing it now though.
Down here looking up.
He's doing it now.
Still got a lot of things that I need healing from, but I'll get there eventually, so don't you worry none. I just hope you finally got some peace and you feel happy, mom.
He's so grown. He's so grown now. I mean, this is just a grown person. This is somebody that did so much growing. I don't even have the backstory, and I can feel all of that. I gotta hear some of those older tracks. I can't imagine the emotion that went into recording a track like that. But at the same time, a lot of it's probably like this healing emotion, because it feels like a song that's all about healing. It's all about the growing up and the maturing, and the, hey, I just want to focus on the love I have for you, and none of the other like feelings that were less than that. Let's just focus on that with this, because if you were here right now, it'd be the same thing. If you were here right now, there'd be tears coming down, falling onto my shirt, because I'd be focused on all these things I'm trying to tell you right now. Let's go on to Happy before I lose it. Track 5.
Dear God, please.
Oh, the vocal.
Hear me out. I know it's been a couple years.
Country-ish.
Since I've reached.
Ooh, been in and out.
Out and said hello. I bet you're wondering.
Been a couple years.
Why I keep obsessing on and stressing all the little things when I should be living life and soaking up the memory. I know I've been selfish, I have no excuse to give you it's true. Hanging by a thread's how I live. I don't know why, but I feel more comfortable living in my agony, watching my self-esteem go up in flames, acting like I don't care what anyone else thinks, when I know truthfully that that's the furthest thing from how I.
Yeah, man, just don't put that front on. Just let it go, man. Carrying that, putting on that front and pretending like you don't care what nobody else thinks when really you do, and you're living in your own agony, like he says. Your great line, by the way, and I like the vocal performance on this too. It's just like they got this pop feel that I really enjoy. It still feels earnest. It's like pop in an honest world. Just let it all go, man, because carrying all that with you is just going to be a really heavy burden, because it's going to come out. It's going to come out in the wrong way at the worst time too. And like he said here, it's been a couple of years, so he needs that help, and it's probably been building up in him, and probably a couple of years later he's at the point where I don't know what else to do. I just got to start praying.
Days I need help, but I just can't imagine who I'd be if I was happy, yeah.
I don't know who I'd be if...
It feels like something's off when I'm not depressed. I got some issues that I won't address. I got some baggage I ain't open yet. I got some demons I should put to rest. I got some traumas that I can't forget. I got some phone calls I've been avoiding. Some family members I don't really connect with. Some things I said I wish I wouldn't not let slip.
I feel like he's teaching us some things here, though. I mean, he's saying here he's got this baggage and family members. He's should have been picking up the phone and calling, but he hasn't. But he just hasn't. And think about Mama, right? Like it was, you know, he probably wishes he could have done some things sooner, but he's gotten peace with that. Like I feel like we can learn some things here from NF, and maybe he's even trying to put that on us, where he's sort of saying like, hey, it was too late for me, don't let it be too late for you.
Words that never should have left my lips. Some bridges burned, I'm not ready to rebuild yet. Some insecurities I haven't dealt with yet. I'll be the first to admit that I'm a lonely soul, and the last to admit I need a hand to hold. Losing hope, headed down a dangerous road. Strange I know, but I feel most at home when I'm living in my agony.
Rapping to an acoustic guitar like that is, I love hearing stuff like that because it's not that common.
I feel, but I'm too proud to open up and ask you to pick me up and pull me out this hole I'm trapped in. The truth is I need help, but I just can't imagine. I don't know what my future is, but I can't keep on living in.
At least you recognize that.
Living in my agony, watching my self-esteem go up in flames, acting like I don't care what anyone else thinks.
Just a raw vocal here.
No truthfully, that's the furthest thing from.
There's nothing on the vocal there, it's just him.
I was happy.
It's so crazy how he's able to make these songs where it's more focused on his vocal, even though he does rap in it. And they're still so effective. And that's why he's so good at making choruses and hooks too, is because he does have a voice that works well when it's in his singing, just like when he's just singing. And again, that's like not a common thing for rappers, and it just makes him really unique in that way. And I don't know who I'd be if I was happy, like this untapped version of myself I wish I could reach, to the point where he was like praying and having this conversation with God here, because he doesn't know what else to do. And that's how kind of like, that's the wall he's hit at this point. He just need some sort of answer, and like, you know, who can I be if I was just happy? It just makes you think about a lot, as all these songs have. Pandemonium, it's Pandemonium, baby. B2K, track 6.
Something special about me, you can already tell the energy is different. Confidence is at the highest level, I don't ever see it dipping. Try me if you want to guarantee, though you gon' wish you hadn't did it. That's a war that you can never win, but hey, I like the optimism. Giving over half my life to this, I think I made a good decision.
He's big boy.
Trust my gut, I hear it talking, then I know it's time for me to listen. Mastermind consistent, matching my commitment, that's not realistic.
Oh, mastermind consistent.
Presentation, what they came to see, I open up the curtain.
That's crazy bars.
Pandemonium, it's showtime. Got their noses up, I know why. Jealous of me cause the flow nice.
Yeah.
It all without a cosign. Shooter always hit the bullseye. Barely even put an effort in this effortless. Imagine if I did try. Acknowledge me enough.
I don't believe that. Come on, Nate. Who are you talking to right now? I don't believe that. Barely putting effort in. This is big effort right here.
Imagine if
I get it though. You talking your talk.
Acknowledge me or not, that don't really make no difference to me. I operate the same no matter who's around me.
I believe that.
Is important to me.
I believe that.
My enemies at arm's length, but close enough to make me feel safe. My diligence can be competed with, an easy win for me. This is just a small taste.
My diligence can't be competed with, an easy win for me. That crazy cadence, man. And he said that earlier in the song. Crazy bars. Yeah, absolutely.
What I'm capable of doing with my talent, stretching my imagination. Watch it turn a small idea into something that you have to tip your hat to when you see it. The whole package ain't got
Damn
nothing
right
missing. Check off every box, it's unavoidable at this point. Don't you act like you don't see me out here making waves. I got an air about me. I don't play the game the way they want me to. They tell me take a left, I take a right. I'm not the one to pick a fight with. Try and bully me, make you regret it quick. The only person I allow to push me around is myself.
Myself, that's right. I push myself.
I got what they lack, first in every class, never coming last. Amy's on my back, wifey on my lap. She my better half, heavy when I step. Pockets getting fat, passion never left. Say it with my chest, got a problem, yes. Meet me in the flesh, you don't cut the check, I don't do the set. Not defend the threats, always been direct. Nothing but the best, rarely do the best. Promise me the world, not holding my breath. They want me to fail, haven't done it yet. Stacking up the bread, thankful cause I'm blessed. Sharpest in the shed, pen is cutting edge. I get in the booth, perfect, nothing less. Key to my success, keep a level head. We want something fresh. What you think this is? What you think this is? Deadly with the raps, how could you forget? Thought I might have left, thought I might have quit. Thought I hung it up, thought I think again. Petty, that depends. What's the
No, but he had the mixtape though, right? If anyone thought, I love that he's talking his talk this whole track. That's all this is, just him talking his talk. I feel like I don't hear him doing that like that. And he can, and he should, and that's what he's doing on here. He's bigging up on people. But Disappear though, man, because that mixtape was like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. It was like a year and a half ago. It wasn't that long ago, and that mixtape was fire on its own.
Thought I might have quit, thought I hung it up.
People
thought I
aren't
think
paying
again.
attention,
Maybe that
man.
depends. What's the latest trend? I don't have a clue. I don't follow them. They just follow me. Keep them on the edge. Keep them on their toes. Keep them wondering. Keep them wanting more. Eating out my hand. Don't look at the score. Don't look in the stands. Focused on my goals. Execute the plan. Beat me at my game. Never not a chance. Walk you through my pain. Show you who I am. Don't care what it pays. Loyal to my brand. Foot is off the brake. Stepping on the gas. Knowing at my pace. Catch me if you can. Far from done. Got so much left to give you. Not a man. I was that person. Detrimental. 2020 me could never hold a candle to the present day. Me standing here before you.
Growth.
Destroy you. Give up. Can't afford to keep my standards. I ain't changing. Never no one digging deep. Still got that hunger.
Okay, chill. I'm gonna have to go back because he's absolutely spazzing here. But he just answered my question for me. 2020 me couldn't hold a candle to me now. He's talking about growth. This whole project is so about growth.
Knowing at my pace, catch me if you can. Far from done, got so much left to give you. Not a man, I was that person. Detrimental. 2020 me could never hold a candle to the present day. Me standing here before you. Overstep, destroy you. Give up, can't afford to keep my standards. I ain't changing. Never no one digging deep. Still got that hunger. Press record, you hear it in my voice. Can't let the fame and fortune get the best of me. See clearly what's important. Not impressed with me. Ain't looking for endorsements. Dropping masterpieces left and right. Ignore the hate. Life testing me. Passing with flying colors. Always been unique. Can't be no dime a dozen. I take pride in this. Won't catch me cutting corners. Have no tolerance for ignorance. I heard you lost your confidence in me. This should be sorry. Can't ignore.
He's addressing haters. He's addressing anyone that kind of was like, oh, you left for a little bit, lost your confidence in me. I'm all right. I'm here to restore it with this. And if this ain't do it, then you just need to go listen to something else. Because I don't know, like clean your ears out. Or pay attention, listen to the lyrics, because I don't know what you're doing. Even if you're not listening to the lyrics, he's one of those rappers that you could just focus on cadence and flow, and you'll still have a great ass time. And beats, because his beats are so consistent, and he has such a specific style of his beats too that just like, again, they're car beats, man. You play them in the whip, and you just have a good time with them. But yeah, I don't know who's sleeping or whoever was, but if they are, it's time to wake the fuck up. All right, Suffice, track 7. Suffice. Will that suffice?
If I did it, then I did it right. Yeah, this ain't happened for me overnight. Bet against me, you gon' pay the price. Down to business, I ain't playing nice.
Yeah.
So ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah, when you pop in there, I wanna slice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Greed and envy, that's a part of life.
This is the second best beat, just as far as beats go. Second best beat. Careful is the other one too. Though these two, just as far as straight beats go, sickening.
Heard the catalog, you know I got some scars on me.
That's a fact.
You don't really wanna start with me. John Q, I would sacrifice a heart in me for family.
John Q, I would sacrifice the heart in me. John Q in the movie has to give up his heart for his kid. I'm pretty sure. Bars.
If I did it, then I did it right. This ain't happened for me overnight.
No, hell no.
Bet against me, you gon' pay the price.
Work.
Down to business, I ain't playing nice. So ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight.
This beat.
When you pop in there, I don't wanna slice.
This beat is crazy.
Greed and envy, that's a part of life. Yeah. Mediocre, that just won't suffice. Keep myself grounded, that's a piece of me that I won't let go. No matter what level I reach, I promise to hold it close. Ain't gotta tell me this hitting different, man, I already know. How are you claiming we had a baby, we ain't never spoke? I don't be sleeping out here with random women on the road. They want a DNA test to prove it, I'm like, here you go. I could've saved you a bunch of time and told you the results. Looking for hush money from me, you ain't gon' get it though. Historic, rain on my parade, I keep...
Why y'all coming after NF for? Why y'all trying to trap NF when he didn't even entertain you in the first place? Doesn't seem like the type that's gonna fall for any nonsense like that either, by the way.
Ignore it. Just party.
That's how you know they ain't real fans that are trying to pull that nonsense on him. They wouldn't be like fucking do it. They wouldn't be stoop that low if they were real fans. But they're not even fucking with this music. They're just like faking, looking at the attention he gets and go like, oh look, you know, he's got a bag. Let me try it. And like, nah.
Game, yeah, it comes with the territory. It's just another day, man. I'm used to it downpouring. It's nothing.
Here we go. We get a beat switch. I'm scared.
Do not need no introduction. Ooh. Style my own, can't no one touch it. Ooh. Became what they said I couldn't. Ooh. Mediocre, that won't cut it. Life is a gift, I wanna live it to the fullest while I can. Why would I not wanna know my days in this game are numbered? Might as well enjoy the few years that I do have left. Who knows when I'ma write my last verse. I've been to hell and back ever since that first EP came out with all I have on it. I've been giving all I have. Wasn't really prepared for the pain I was gonna have to go through to get to the end result that I knew I wanted. Hoped I would make an impact in rap. Has that been insane? Yes, but it was worth it. I can't imagine if I would've gave up and just turned my back on this music. Where would I be now? Don't know how I would've made it out from underneath that rainy cloud. Had my doubts, yes, but that's how I found my...
Oh, that rainy cloud. And that references clouds, I'm thinking, but also references just the clouds of the cloud above him, of the darkness and everything that he's been through. And he references his first project specifically in this and what he spoke about on that first project, and apparently he went through a lot. And again, it gives me like this crazy itch to listen to that to actually really listen to that project and kind of see like what dark stuff he was going through, and the culmination of like going from that to getting to this point, because he's covering all that ground in this song. And how he had like these crazy goals and he wanted to leave an impact, and he did all that because nothing less would have sufficed. Is kind of the whole point.
True purpose of my surface looks great. Who cares if underneath I'm hurting? If there's one thing I've learned in my life, it's that life is uncertain. Getting burned is unavoidable, isn't it? Ain't a person alive that hasn't been a victim of being lied to. We're all hypocrites, giving our 2 cents but not listening. All living in our own world, thinking that we're right when the fact of the matter is a closed mind is the mind of an idiot. Don't believe that's true? Well, open it.
A closed mind is the mind of an idiot. Don't believe that's true? Well, then open it, because your mind is closed because you don't believe that's true, so you're an idiot, so open it. Bars! That was crazy. That was a crazy ending. That was crazy, especially fading the music out so we could really focus in on what he was saying. He's doing his thing. I've been anxious to hear this next song. NF Julia Michaels. Again, Julia Michaels can write. This isn't just a random ass. He said it himself. He's not doing features just because it's gonna get, just because the label, it'll make the label happy. He's not doing features that don't fulfill him. He's not doing features with people he doesn't mess with. Julia Michaels can write her ass off. Writing queen. NF, obviously we know what he can do. So this is about to be real dope. I'm excited to get into this. This is Gone. NF Julia Michaels.
Always saw my glasses half empty, it was never full. You were always passive, and I was irresponsible. Didn't have a chance, but we were scared to let things go.
He's about to be singing with Julia.
Young in love, broken hearts, holding on to our false hope. Had your
holding on to our false hopes, our glasses half full.
Did you ever find the one? Hope you're out there somewhere happy. Sometimes I think of you. Yeah. And it makes me sad, but I'm glad you did.
Why?
It was for the best.
At least you understand that.
I pray someday you find yourself somehow, some way, with someone else.
I mean, you can't say this album isn't just about complete maturity, because this is like the most mature way to look at a breakup, post-breakup.
Don't wait, it's too late to keep holding on. I'm already gone.
So moving on, maturity 101. Ooh. What? What? That's crazy. That's cool. That's such a cool idea.
I could blame us breaking up on being too young, I'm being too dumb, I'm being too caught up on past traumas. Second guessing and resenting all the love I could have gave to someone else. Got carpal tunnel from holding on to what we once
Got carpal tunnel.
I'm happy for you, I am. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I am. And once in a while, it's true, I think about you too. About you too.
Julia is so smart. She matched his energy perfectly on that, and both of them just represent like the relationship. It didn't work out. It was for the best, but it doesn't mean that we can't think about each other after the fact here and there because we were an important part in each other's lives. But also we can both accept that like it would have just been a waste of kind of a waste of time. Julia says herself, like, I got carpal tunnel from holding on. I love that line. It's so clever. It's classic Julia with the pen, man. Her pen is just unmatched. But then she also says, all that time I could have been loving somebody else. Like, it's just, we're both just keeping it real. We're both just grown adults who are keeping it real at this point. I love this right here. And now you bring the piano and the huge drop together. You know, I wonder, because I love that, man. That song just fires on a lot of different cylinders. And I wonder, because I know Hope and Motto were singles before the album had come out, because I had lyrics to those songs again, and they were available before the album was out. I don't know what... I'm sure there's going to be another single, right? Because usually you drop another single either with the album or after the album. To me, I know I still have 5 tracks to listen to, but to me, it would be that one... Suffice because of that beat. It could be Careful because of the beat too, or Happy. I feel like Happy makes a lot of sense as the single. I don't think it would be Mama because it's so personal. Typically songs that personal don't end up being singles. I mean that one, but then again, this is NF, and what's a single versus not a single? He's not following normal rules because all his songs are so personal. So can't even use that as reasoning, honestly. So I don't know. I just named like most of the songs I've heard, so I don't forget what I said. But track 9, Bullet.
Look, I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. You ever need me for any reason, let me know. I got your back, I would die and kill for you. Don't question that, you know it's true, don't pretend you don't. Beautiful is what you are, I know you doubt it daily. Words will never be enough to describe the way we both connected when you had our baby. I'm proud of you, I can't believe it still fascinates me. Watching us grow, seems like yesterday we met. Life is flying by, makes me emotional just talking about it. Got a lot of memories, things I could never forget you gave me. Life when I was on empty and I was going crazy.
Okay, Wifey gets a song here.
Still by my side, it's only right that I return the favor. You changed my life and gave me love when I had none to offer. Gave me hope when I was hopeless, ain't no second thoughts. If it came down to me or you, I swear to God that I would take a
bullet.
I would take a bullet, give my life in a second if it came down to it. Sacrifice anything to see the light in your eyes, I swear I'd do it. When you're down and you feel low, when your world starts to crumble, when you think that there's no hope, I got you. Yeah, both got trauma. Sometimes I see it work against us. Other times I see it bring us close and connect us.
Yeah.
Scar on your stomach, that's not a flaw, that's perfection.
That's so real about trauma. Both dividing you and bringing you together in different ways, depending on like what exactly the trauma response is to what's going on and the differences that are happening, or the trauma that you have in common that could bring you together. That's such a real line that he brings up there. Also, shout out to NF for the love song. NF with the love song coming through.
Your whole body, your work of art. Don't you let that mess with your mental. I know your birth plan didn't pan out like you wanted, but look what we got from it. Scared to death, I can't imagine how you feel trying to handle all this pressure you're under. Watching you suffer, sick to your stomach, unprepared. I ain't the best husband at times. My lack of encouragement hovers over us both. Still you love me, it's mind-blowing. The selflessness you show me on a day-to-day basis is humbling.
He's being incredibly honest on lack of encouragement.
Me up when I was weak and felt like I had nothing left. Believed in me and stood faith when no one else did.
But like felt like I had nothing left. He probably, particularly people that deal with such depression, it's hard to be an encouraging kind of person when you're dealing with so much yourself. So I feel like that might be where that comes from.
I wouldn't have a second thought if it came down to it. I swear to God, I would take a
I know he's specifically talking to the wife in that track because he references the baby and like trauma and the two of them coming together. But I do feel like that could work as that is who he's talking about. But I do feel like it could work as a double for his fans. I feel like his fans could definitely easily take that as like a dedication to them as well. You know how they've always been there for him, and he'll always be there in turn for them. He's got them, because there's such a. I know one thing I do know. Despite limited NF listening experience, I know that the NF and fan relationship is a real one, and goes deep. So I feel like that could be taken that way and that way. But yeah, shout out to NF with the love song. Let's go to Turn My Back, track 10. I feel like he's gonna spaz on this.
Even on my off days,
yeah.
Right, even when I'm off base.
It's like a Drake beat.
Life live it like tomorrow ain't promised to me, gotta get it today. Why wait, too late, never heard it always. On time, my way, or the highway. My state, not safe, need grace, need love, need God, need faith. Betray, cut ties, first time, first take. Worst case, wordplay, my home, my stage, my place. Less you, more Ye, more Drake, more M, more Dre, more Cole, more Kendrick, more name.
Okay. Hold up. Take the whole thing back. He's making me take the whole thing back. He even shouted out his own wordplay. Yeah. You did that. You did that right, because I'm fucked up right here. Hold on.
Even on my off days, right, even when I'm off base. Life live it like tomorrow ain't promised to me, gotta get it today. Why wait, too late, never heard it always. On time, my way, or the highway. My state, not safe, need grace, need love, need God, need faith. Betray, cut ties, first time, first take. Worst case, wordplay, my home, my stage, my place. Less you, more Ye, more Drake, more M, more Dre, more Cole, more Kendrick, more names. Corday, Sean Black, my list, my names, my picks, my taste,
my list, my names, my picks, my taste, because there's always the top 10, like everyone's got a top 10 list, top 20, top 50 rappers, everybody. And he's just saying, like, listen, this is my list. Less you yapping your mouth, talking blah blah blah, like more M, more Drake, more Corday, more everyone that he named there, J. Cole, I think he had named too. Just like really talking about like his inspiration, people that really inspired him and that he looks up to and that he thinks is dope. In his list, but like the wordplay is really what's sick about it. The way he finds a way to rap everyone's name in his scheme is sick.
In my own hands, hand it over to you, no chance. The future, you the past, old timer. I'm the truth and you the bold-faced liar. I'm the CEO and you the customer. I'm the frontman and the ghost writer. I'm the creator, I'm the director, I'm the hit maker, I'm the empire, I'm the shot caller, I'm the showstopper, I'm the real one, you the fake knockoff.
You shut up, you get out of my face.
Head honcho, eye catcher, real stunner, y'all got it, new top.
He's talking his talk.
Memory was inspirational to me, I love watching lames try to keep stars in the dark just cause they afraid of you. Funny how they switch up.
Oh, keep stars in the dark just cause they afraid of it. Oh.
When they realize that your name buzzing. Funny how they all wanna hop on board when they see the wave coming.
Yeah.
Funny how they wouldn't put me on a tour, now they hit me up and say I hope you.
That's clever too. They want to all hop on board when they see the wave come. Hop on board like a boat. See the wave coming, keep you safe. But they want to hop on board out because they want to get some of that cheddar too. Like, you know, they want to come along for the ride now.
Too many cooks in the kitchen. That's a problem I ain't never got to worry about. 12 people on the song, meant to each his own, but for me that's a little wild. Got enough people in my business, I don't need another hand dipping in the pot.
That's 12 people on the song. That's a little wild. Who's got 12 people on their song? Let me think. Like you say, y'all gotta take it easy. All I need is me. All right, I don't even need these combo tours. I'm good. I got this. I've done the work. Well, I don't need all that.
Ain't nobody showing me the ropes. I don't need you telling me to do my job. I don't need to hear you say that I'm the GOAT. I don't need you asking me to switch a style.
My
I don't need
list.
you laughing when I tell a joke. I don't need you faking trying to crack a smile. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you telling me it's been a while. I don't need the label breathing down my neck. I don't need the venue telling me it's loud. I don't need you talking when I'm trying to rap. I don't need my name coming out your mouth. I don't need you using me to get respect. I don't need a picture with you for some clout. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you telling me you got some doubt.
This is for everybody.
Worry about yourself.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Worry about yourself. Trying to catch him slipping. Turn my back on you or what? just turn my back on you. You're trying to catch me slipping. You're trying to get an emotional reaction out of me, but little do you know, that's how you get me to turn my back on you. And I'm someone that doesn't trust easily, clearly, if you listen to a lot of the lyrics. Especially if you listen to this song. He's coming at everybody in this song. Everyone except his fans. Take his core fan base, put them to the side. This goes at everybody. The media, the haters, people that make lists, people that want to hop on the wave, see him doing well and want to be a part of that success without, like, you know, having been a part of it prior. Just literally everybody, the arena, he did the label, like everybody. It's for everybody he's coming at in that song. And I'm so here for it, man. That's one of my favorites on the album, just as far as like straight bars, straight lyrics, straight just spitting. Mistake, track 11. Man, I can't believe there's 3 tracks left. It's flying.
I feel
Slow it
like
down.
I'm at a standstill, waiting for you to tell me I'm okay. If time heals, tell me why do I kill myself, trying to show you I'm not a mistake. I've got qualities that I'm not proud of.
Oh, what I'm trying to show you, I'm not a mistake.
I make promises that I walked out on. I've had days I feel I don't deserve love. So think what you think, just don't call me a mistake. I done made some, can't argue with that, but I ain't one. Even I sometimes get afraid of having to face the wrath of an anxious me. I get it cause I actually feel the same. Sometimes I think I might be a lost cause who turns off cause the way I read into what I've been through. You think I'm mental, but it pays off though. When the rent's due, I pursue what I love, and if it goes south then falls down, just know I stand on my own 2 feet. Don't you see those that oppose on me? Most won't leave thinking I might retreat. Show my teeth quick if you turn on me, cause
He's still kind of talking his talking.
I feel like I'm at a standstill.
He does exactly what he has to do.
Waiting for you to tell me I'm okay. If time heals, tell me why do I kill myself, trying to show you I'm not a mistake. I've got qualities that I'm not proud of. I've made promises that I walked out on. I've had days I feel I don't deserve love. So think what you think, just don't call me up.
Who would do that? But he still recognizes exactly where he's at and who he is.
I'm not one misplaced, but I found a lot of resentment causes a mess when you let it get to the place of no confidence. Struggle with it, that's obvious, but not enough to make me second guess.
That struggling with confidence causes resentment. And the way he just worded it is so sickening. And he's still on that line too. He's still bringing that back with something.
Struggle with it, that's obvious, but not enough to make me second guess if I die for the ones I love. So don't you get confused, thinking if you bring me down, I'ma just choose to let myself get used. I don't live like that, I feel trapped, I might lash out. I gotta watch my back, cross my path, especially with ill intent. You'll regret you ever took that task. If and when this thing could all go bad, don't you act like no one warned you, yeah, cause
oh my god, the way he just laid out how if he was just like, no, despite his skeletons in his closet and things that have kind of morphed certain parts of him, it still wouldn't change who he was at his core. It still wouldn't change the core values from him. But like, you coming at him in this kind of way, he's just letting you know, like, because of how I move, I just don't respect it, and you just won't, like, you're just messing with the wrong side of me.
just don't call me up.
So specific. Like, it's got to be from such a specific scenario in his life. It really makes me wonder. I mean, that's a wild thing to say to somebody, call them a mistake. I mean, that would cause an entire, especially saying it to someone like NF, that would cause an entire song. And look what you did. You, from that one seed, he got this whole song that just branches itself into, you know, other things that he thinks about his own life. Like, he just takes that seed. That's what he does. He goes through an experience and he takes the seed of that experience and plants it, gardens it, puts it in the sunlight, waters it, and it just grows into this song with multiple branches. Because he's never talking about one thing in a song. He's always like all over the place in this really great cohesive way. All right, let him pray, not play. Definitely not. It's Pray, track 12.
Delegating isn't one of my strong suits. I've seen it take a toll and be harmful. I've seen what it can do when I got both of my arms full, but still continue to pile more on my back though. I learned at a young age, if you want to do something impactful, then you gotta be willing to sacrifice and really go after it with everything that you have, cause if you don't, it ain't never gonna happen. Listen, gotta prevail,
he did that.
Gotta excel. Think I hit my peak? No, I just started climbing the hill. Kill or be killed. Well, if that's the way that you fail, I hope you know you about to get the raw end of the deal. I need to meditate. I ain't got no room to grow, I would never say. Conversations with the Lord should be every day. Reconnecting with my core, get my head on straight. Praying on my downfall, let him pray. Resume. Check the resume.
Check the
pace, I don't hesitate.
Check the resume.
Get it done, let me demonstrate.
I like that. Check the pace, I don't hesitate. That's like the fourth reference he's made to how you like he's moving so fast. You're behind him. Catch me if you can. He said at some point. He just makes it clear that like he is steps, if not miles, ahead of you at all times, whoever you are.
Demonstrate. Let it soak in, let it resonate.
Pray on his downfall too. He'll still be way ahead of you.
Blood, sweat, and tears on the 808s. See him praying on my downfall. Let him pray. Let him pray. See him praying on my downfall.
And this is just from I hear a flow switch. So let's go back a little bit. This is from someone that even hasn't listened to him that much, of course. I hear a little bit of Post Malone in him when he pushes his vocal and he sings and he's actually pushing it. Not when he's not pushing it. It's very like his own thing. But it gets posty when he pushes it. And I find that really interesting.
Let him pray. Sentimental, influential. Every step I've ever taken in the wrong direction helped me get to where I am today.
That's right. You learn from the mistakes.
Moments in my life that I would not have got to experience if I'd have let the mistakes that I made rob me of my full potential. Life will test you. Don't forget to remember the fundamentals. I gotta get back to those. Be surprised what you find when you climb out your comfort zone. I get uncomfortable when I get too comfortable. You corner me and that's all she wrote. I'm in a head.
It's crazy because he pray on his downfall, but all he's talking about this whole song is that I've had the downfall already. Like I embrace that. All the negatives that have happened to me, I've taken them and spin them into like the best opportunity for me. So what is you praying on my downfall gonna do? Nothing.
I ain't never been before. You don't bring nothing to my life, then I exit yours. Let's get right to it. Yeah, I ain't with the back and forth. You either with me or against me, an easy choice. The momentum building, I can feel it. My resilience cannot hide it, can't conceal it. Made me suffer some, but also made me brilliant. Pass my brilliance down and teach my children. Life is precious, life is treacherous, life is filled with dead end roads. Keep on pushing, keep on healing. See you praying on my downfall gone. Keep on praying, God ain't listening to you.
Check the resume. Check the resume. You praying on my downfall. You obviously ain't seen the resume. Blood, sweat, and tears on the 808s. I've been doing this. Check the resume. Again, like I said, take a look. This downfall ain't happening. I gotta shout out. I gotta shout out the production on this album too, man, because it's clean. It's real clean. And he is saying a lot, and there's a little bit of a theme happening every other song here and there in certain songs that's popping out where this is where I wish I knew more about his personal life, and hopefully somebody lets me know or some people let me know in the comments, because it sounds like while he was gone, people were talking nonsense. Whoever, media, I don't even know. Somebody had to have been, because they lit a fire under his ass. Because he's been saying some stuff directed at some people where it sounds like certain people, he went away and maybe thought he wouldn't come back, or thought that it was a good opportunity to talk their talk and like he would stay away for so long, like he would never say anything or whatever it was. But he's coming at all of them, and he's coming at them in a way where like he's not giving them any power. And I'm here for that. I appreciate that so much. I love that sort of rapping, man. And he's done it all over the project. He ain't giving them no power while he's coming at them at the same time. It's hard to do that. It's a lot like the no cursing thing. He also does the no profanity, no cursing thing, and still has a way like to fully just lay out these real hard hitting bars constantly while doing that. And it's like Really hard to pull off, man. That's some Will Smith shit. All right, last track. Somehow, some way we flew through this thing. Running to track 13. Acoustic slapper at the end. Oh, it's about to get emotional.
I'm tired of holding on to you. It's time to lay.
Them vocals are coming through.
My pride. Go and learn to love myself again. Yeah. I don't wanna wait another day. I've waited long enough. I'm ready. I can see the sun. It's coming. Oh, there's happiness on the horizon. I'm hopeful I can see the light.
This is a good closer.
Hesitated all my life, but I'm all done. I'm done running from you. Spent my whole life in your shadow, scared.
This is like the darkness
of who I'd be if I said goodbye and I didn't have you here. I wish you well, but I can no longer stand aside and watch you sabotage.
Yeah. Wow, the two of us. This is like that. This is the perfect closer. Because go back to Hope, right? You have that darker voice that is serving as like the other version of him and trying to interrupt him, and it's like this Jekyll and Hyde thing. This is him. It feels like this is him talking to that other version of himself. And this time, it's closing out the album. It's perfect because he's bidding farewell. He's pushing it away. And he's always felt like he's had to have it with him in order to do what he does. But here he's saying farewell to it. He's like, I don't need you. I don't need to have this with me. It's not doing me any good. So I'm going to put it behind me and run away from it. And that's so much growth. And that's what this whole project is about. It's about growth, man. I still love you. We had so much time together. The darkness, yeah, it's the darkness. It's the darkness. It's the darkness. He's putting the darkness behind him.
I'm done.
This is an amazing way to close the out. Oh man, it's gonna be sad because I want more now.
I wish you the best, but I'm not interested in giving you more of my life. I've already given you too much.
I'm exhausted.
I don't want to lose you. I don't want to keep you. I know that you mean well, but when I fail, I don't need you. Rubbing my face in it and treating me like I'm less than you. Tell the truth, you know I'd be better without you. Been in your shoes, don't be a fool and try to convince me that I'm the real issue when you're the root to every problem. I love you but not enough to allow you to continue to drown the both of us. You're holding me back, you're pulling me down, you're making me hate myself. I don't want to leave, but that's what I need. I ain't got a choice, I can't just let you deceive and make me believe that I don't deserve to be loved. I'm not gonna stand aside and watch you attempt to rob and steal and sabotage what little faith I have left. Yeah, heaven I sacrificed.
All I have left.
Hate seeing you cry, but I think it's time to let go and say goodbye. I'm gonna miss you, but I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life.
I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life running, and it's I'm embracing. I'm like, not embracing. I'm not running away from you anymore. I'm like looking you head on and telling you like it's over. And it's crazy how he sings the song and he raps what he's rapping, and he still shows love to the darkness because that darkness is a part of him. He has to show love to it because it's himself. And if he doesn't show love to it, then he's not loving himself because it's such a big part of himself, but he still needs to put it in the rearview mirror.
From you.
Wow.
Spend my whole life in your shadow, scared.
He sounds great. This is the best I've heard his voice too.
Who I'd be if I said goodbye and I didn't have you here.
Be scared of who I was if I said goodbye and you were here. This is the one.
I'm done.
It's crazy because the part of me that on a song like that I feel so heavily, the part of me that wants to just completely break down in a mess of tears at a song like that is being taken over by the part of me that relates to being able to grow and face that darkness head on, just like NF, and say like, no, it's enough of you, enough of embracing you. Like, I gotta put you behind me. I gotta stop, playing these games with you. It's just not good for me, and enough is enough. I'm growing and I'm maturing, and it's the point in my life where like it's just not doing me any good. And that's what this whole project is, man. I said that Gone or Happy should, or I would imagine could be, I can envision as the next single. Not just those, I mentioned several actually. Running has got to be the single, or a single at some point, because that is such an amazing song, and it's such an important song for so many people. And NF is an artist, right? That darkness has been such a huge part of his art. So for him to reach the point where he can embrace that darkness in a way where he can bid it farewell, that's such an important moment for him, and it makes me wonder like what future NF music would sound like. Not to jump the gun, because we just got a fresh project. It's incredible. I feel like this project is a lot of that. This project is a lot of letting the darkness go, and whenever the next one comes, it would be like full on years of not having that with you anymore. And I wonder what that would sound and feel like. I'm just so impressed with this guy, man. The more I listen to him, the more I just see a real person, someone that's so vulnerable with his audience. And clearly from this project, man, someone that has matured and grown and is still able to take that maturity and that growth and feed us wordplay and bars and lyrics and cadence and flow down our throats, because that's what he did also at the same time. This is such a great project, and then closing it out on Running, man, just doesn't get better than that. And I'm real grateful I got the chance to listen to this. And if you hung out with me this long, I appreciate you for doing that and hanging out with me. And let me know what you thought of the project. Let me know what your favorite songs were, and I hope you guys enjoy listening to this, and go support NF.